I don't know the answer to that. Then I'd be some computer construct and not the person who created that Meta company. But that would truly be Meta.
Generally decided that competition and the free market is a good thing, and that monopolies are not good. And it's interesting to note that from the point at which Boeing and Lockheed's launch business merged, from the point at which they stopped being competitors, the costs doubled since then. And I think the reality is when competition is introduced, reliability is a key factor in competition. So that would be a deciding factor in who wins what launches. It doesn't become less important, it becomes more important.
As to solve an aspect of the money database problem, which is the sort of store of wealth or an accounting of relative obligations, I suppose. But it is not useful as a currency, as a day-to-day currency. Part of the reason why I think...
What has Elon Musk been subtly hinting at about Mark Zuckerberg and these other elites? Of course, we all already know that the rivalry between Musk and Zuck, as they're fondly called, has long been set into play, following one of Musk's SpaceX rockets accidentally running through Facebook's satellite during a failed launch back in 2016. But in today's video, we'll be looking at some prior statements by Elon Musk regarding why we think he might just be passing a warning message regarding a hostile takeover of the social media market, which Zuckerberg currently wields firmly. A move that would further incite the bad blood that exists between these two. I see a raging war between two of this generation's most outstanding entrepreneurs in the coming years. A bit of a reminder of the Bill Gates and Steve Jobs rivalry, only this time, even fiercer. For now, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell, and do check out the description section for some useful links.
Generally decided that competition and the free market is a good thing, and that monopolies are not good. And it's interesting to note that from the point at which Boeing and Lockheed's launch business merged, from the point at which they stopped being competitors, the costs doubled since then. And I think the reality is when competition is introduced, reliability is a key factor in competition. So that would be a deciding factor in who wins what launches. It doesn't become less important, it becomes more important.
So I think, I'm not sure I would entirely agree with that, yeah. But it is generally true that innovation comes from questioning the way things have been done before. Yeah. And if in the education system you're taught not to do that, that will inhibit entrepreneurship.
Being able to... There's some past reports that have been out there that indicate that Facebook collects about 96 data categories for those 2 billion active users. That's 192 billion data points that are being generated, I think, at any time. From consumers globally. So how many does Facebook store out of that? Do you store any?
Senator, I'm not actually sure what that is referring to.
Could somebody call you up and say, I want to see John Kennedy's file?
Absolutely not.
Could you, if it, could you, not would you do it, could you do it?
In theory.
Do you have the right to put my data, a name on my data, and share it with somebody?
I do not believe we have the right to do that.
Do you have the ability?
Senator, the data is in the system, so...
Do you have the ability?
Technically, I think someone could do that, but that would be a massive breach. So we would never do that.
It would be a breach.
Are you willing to change your business model in the interest of protecting individual privacy?
Congresswoman, we have made and are continuing to make changes to reduce the amount of data.
Are you willing to change your business model in the interest of protecting individual privacy?
Congresswoman, I'm not sure what that means.
If I choose to terminate my Facebook account, can I bar Facebook or any third parties from using the data that I had previously supplied for any purpose whatsoever?
Yes, Senator. If you delete your account, we should get rid of all of your information.
You should, or
we do?
Do you?
We do.
How about third parties that you have contracted with to use some of that underlying information, perhaps to target advertising for themselves. You can't. Do you claw back that information as well, or does that remain in their custody?
Well, Senator, this is actually a very important question, and I'm glad you brought this up because there's a very common misperception about Facebook that we sell data to advertisers. And we do not sell data to advertisers.
Well,
we don't sell data
you clearly
to anyone.
rent it.
I mean, if we have a tug of war here, Musk's team would tug the Zuck team 10 times over, uphill. Wouldn't you agree? Well, let's take a look at this talk show at Future Fest between Elon Musk and Steve Jurvetson of the satellite company Planet Labs.
Future, what about today is or isn't in accordance with what you thought back then? I mean, where have your dreams of the future, the bold visions, met or not met reality today?
Well, I think the most remarkable thing that we do have today is the internet and access to all the world's information from anywhere.
It's a fair statement to say that while Zuckerberg has been venturing into quite a handful of things, Musk has had his hands in just about all facets of life. From space exploration to car making, bridges and construction, gadgets, mobile devices, artificial intelligence, and most recently, social media, which is a niche that Zuckerberg firmly has a hold of. Guys, you heard that right. Elon Musk gives us this one-time revelation on this episode of a talk show on TED with Chris Anderson in Vancouver, British Columbia. Elon says, "Don't bet the farm on Dogecoin." So what then can we bet the farm on, Elon? A while ago, when news of Elon Musk buying over Twitter hit the scene, we saw images of tweets of Elon Musk talking about making use of XRP as the primary currency of Twitter, which is quite apt given XRP proficiency as a cryptocurrency in the cross-border remittance market. However, Elon came off denying these comments, thereby putting their authenticity to check. However, assumptions such as these can't quickly be ruled out, as XRP has registered itself as a viable candidate to serve as the bridge between CBDCs, crypto, and fiat currencies. Not only that, the XRP ledger, upon which the coin is powered, also has a sidechain for the creation of CBDCs. Now listen to this, guys.
To sustainable energy more difficult.
Yeah.
And I think no doubt that is going to dampen interest in electric.
You first met, you were starting your first internet company of two, the one before PayPal, Zip2. And I know that in your youth, you envisioned a variety of industries that needed to change. When you were pursuing your first one, did you imagine you would get to the next one and the next one? Or?
No, I mean, when I was in college, I just thought, well, what are the things that are most likely to affect the future of humanity, just in, at a macro level? And it just seemed like it would be like the internet and sustainable energy, making life multiplanetary, and then genetics and AI.
Do you still think it's not a viable option to offer a payment solution to social media and tech giant corporations like Twitter under the leadership of Elon Musk? Well, you might want to rethink that. What are the advantages to be derived should Elon Musk decide to use the most innovative cross-border crypto remittance token, XRP, as a means of payment? They're countless, and the list goes on. So what do you guys think? Is Elon Musk passing a warning note to Mark Zuckerberg regarding a hostile takeover of the social media market? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.